Figured I'd do a walkabout type video to response to Antokantavad. He's looking for a Piro response, and even if he got a Piro response, which he probably won't, it'll be superficial and lack any real thought. So it isn't going to mean anything. So I'll do the response that Piro should do. He would do if he, was me. Yeah, I'll give you the response that Piro would give you if Piro was me. But anyway, Antokantavad probably not going to listen to this video either, so it doesn't really matter. That's the internet. It's so functional. It works so well. Yeah, so tomatoes doing very well. Yeah, I was supposed to show some of this, but properly weeded and whatnot. Very nice. I'm not sure about my white marigolds. Quite a few of them are coming up mutant, which is, shit happens, as they say. See, this one will have to be pulled. It's all fucked up. It's supposed to be perfect little chrysanthemum style flowers, and they're just not doing it. So anyway, so Antokantavad's obsessing with this rear view mirror kind of whatever, looking at life as if life comes at you or it's retreating away from you, and it sort of just misses the whole point of what we're doing as brains, which is as we experience life, we grab pieces of it. Our brain grabs pieces of it, and they stay with us forever. For the ever that we're here. That's what the substance of me is a collection of experiences, memories, ones that are my brain has decided, the brain has been through the process of a mixture of the events, and these are just beautiful flowers. Once they get growing straight and proper, just a wonderful color. So that's soon that stuff will be happening. These are doing, so we had a big giant hard rain the other day, and tried to kill stuff, but it didn't succeed. So anyway, I know this is sort of annoying. Butterflies trapped in the net. This is a liability. Wow. And a Zacadia, not trapped. What is your problem, idiot? No, it's a big moth. Big ugly moth. Uggo. It's an Uggotorius. Yeah, an Uggo moth. Oh, cool. So anyway, so yeah, you do have to do this now and then. This catch and release. See, so the deer not only harass the gardener, they also harass the poor butterflies and such. Come on, idiot, this way. Come on. You can't get out that way. Oh, Oh, the ugly moth is still over there. Right, I'm not going to touch you much, but come on. Just stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop. 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 There. Free. I'm free. I'm free. See, that's what free is, people. Free is release from some kind of net. That's free. See, I got to tie these up. So here's Uggo. Uggo crappius. Yeah, wow. He did do some damage to himself. Yeah, you don't fly very well now, buddy. I think you're going to be what they call hummingbird food. Oh, no, not hummingbird, regular bird. Oh, come on, stop it. You're on the outside. Yes, fly, 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 fly. Fly, 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 fly. Fly, 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 fly. Yeah, yeah. Great movie moments. What a brilliant movie. It just would have been better if Hannibal Lecter killed everybody. But you can't have everything. Ate everybody. Where was I? So this viewing things as they come at us crap, we don't view. We recognize, we compare, and holy shit, we go, holy shit. Because we see so much more than is coming at us. I mean, it's a sunny day coming at me, but I'm seeing more than just a sunny day. A lot more is happening inside my windscreen. So you could just analogize it, if we're going to use these silly analogies. It's more like being in a jet fighter and you have an information windshield and there's all kinds of data and all kinds of, Terminator. There's all kinds of information being superimposed on your perception of the reality as it comes at you. I mean, he's got this, woo, it's coming at us. It's coming right for us, reality. And what do? Yes, we see things that we recognize, and those things are tremendously more impactful than the actual reality. My reality sees this crap and it says, oh, piece of shit, junk. Those should be somewhere where they're not going to get rusty. And those are pants. I don't know what they're doing out here. Anyway, so yeah, buckets for water, blah, blah, blah. My brain, mundane, who cares? And what my brain can do, though, is it can see something and it can, it can just see so much more. So it's like when the world's coming at you on Conrad's position, and this decision to have a child comes at him, this possibility, and what's he do with this possibility? Does he think of his child dying of cancer after heroin addiction and feudal life, in some miserable, horrible condition? Because he died long ago in a Anaconda, and the kid grew up as some sort of unaccepted, cultural misfit, and whatever. These imaginable scenarios based on your life experience, and our life experience teaches us something. We see something happen, and it scares us sometimes. It gives us a sense. And so when I see that little dot in the horizon, of the horizon coming, I know in that dot somewhere is my mother and father's death. I mean, they're very old, and I have to accept that they're going to be tormented before they're snuffed. That they're not going to, like my father kind of gripes because he has a pacemaker, and it's like, he does have some foreboding, that he's not going to be able to, he's not going to die, You're just not going to be able to kill him because that stupid machine is going to keep him alive. And these are laughable but not laugh-at-able realities. Yes, we have to chuckle and giggle at the horror just to make it manageable. But I mean, these are the kind of things you can see. You can see this stuff coming. You know it's coming. So it's not like we can't see beyond the dot. Of course we can. We can see our own death. We can see the possibilities and the probabilities. And that's much bigger than the actual reality. Knowledge of your own mortality is huge in terms of information. Huge in terms of how you play the game. Knowing that you only have a certain amount of time and a certain amount of good health to get done what you want to get done. This is this knowledge, the knowledge you have acquired through gathering images as they came by, is so much more important than any of the actual mundane, it's a butterfly, it's a this, it's a, the mundane day-to-day drivel that drivels on you is meaningless almost by comparison to the magnitude of the images in your head that you have preserved. Some images I don't have, I had to make up, like my sister dying. I didn't see all of it. I could see the wasting. I could see her deteriorate in each photograph. I could see the anguish, the fear in her voice. I could hear that part. And then I had knowledge, secondhand, of the story, of the infected spine and the different things, and that knowledge sits there in my head. And even, I would argue that yes, long before I had that experience, I had already had enough experiences with life to know it's not something you make, because it's a cake that can blow the hell up all over the place. It can be a plague. It's like playing with anthrax. It's not a toy to be played with. Even if it makes pretty colors, their colors aren't going to be worth it, because it can go so bad. So that knowledge, see, Anaconda apparently didn't think much of his family. He didn't really give a shit. So he doesn't, I don't think he has any, I don't think he ever had a really good friend. And I don't think anything's ever meant anything to him, besides himself. And so he doesn't get it. I mean, he doesn't have that life experience to superimpose on his reality, this recognition that it can go unacceptably bad. And unacceptable means it's unacceptable. It's not something you can make any excuse for. There's no, I can do some nonsense, but I just mean we know this happens every day. People get blown up, people get ALS, people get all kinds of stuff, and I can say I had it right in my own personal life, so it made it even easier to see. A woman with a 2-year-old child dying of cancer. I mean, where can you get much worse? In terms of a dragged out, a slow, horrid death. Little piece of flesh by piece of flesh kind of death. Just as bad as it can get. And the person is this desperate Christian, looking to find out why God hates her. Trying to figure out, why has God forsaken me? And then having to struggle all the way down to the defeat of having to realize at the end, there's no God to come to the rescue. It's not about God. I'm just going to die, and my daughter's not going to have a mother. So I'm just saying. I'm laughing, but my laughter is one of complete and I'm pussy whipped by it. I'm humbled by it. So it's a giggle out of intense fear and intense respect for that horror. Not I have control over it. I have the power. I'm stronger than the torture imposed. No, I'm not. No. Wrong attitude. So yes, I have these images, and I've had them from my youth, in the sense that even before my sister died, I had shellacked a table, okay, that needed to be refinished. So I shellacked it with images, and I chose images of animal experimentation, monkeys with electrodes in their open brains, and rodents with, shit shoved up their ass, and all of that kind of crap, because I wanted it in my face. My own brain wasn't a sufficient reminder that this is what we're playing for. And in a sense, it was for my own, in a sense, I have to say that it had the side benefit of keeping me more capable of surviving my own depression, in the sense I felt guilty to have such minor miseries, so to speak, and be bitching, when these organisms were enduring real and protracted torture. But clearly it also kept me mindful that this is the game we're playing. This insidious deserve has nothing to do with it. The little chimpanzee named Roger, tied down on the gurney, he didn't deserve to have his nuts cut off, and he didn't deserve to spend the rest of his life being some kind of vessel you shoot dioxin into, that you give misery to. Yeah. And so it was this recognition that not only does that deserve has nothing to do with it, that we're all vulnerable to this stupid dart-throwing game of horror, but it just kept me mindful that this is the price, that this isn't free, this isn't cheap. And you glib fucking nihilist cunts, and I can take it. Well, that's your business. You're not the one experiencing it. I am. You know, and I'm saying I don't want to take it. I don't want to have it. And you don't have a right to throw it on me and then tell me to kill myself. Hawk's moth. Very interesting bug, as I've pointed out before. Quite lovely. Quite amazing in many respects. Created by one of the biggest caterpillars you'll find. I mean, this thing, okay, the caterpillar is 5 inches long, that round. It makes poo as big as my pinky fingernail. That's how big its poo pieces are. Big, giant poo. Well, I know I'm obsessed with poo a little bit. I'm really not, I don't think. It just turns out somehow my conversation does tend to bend towards poo for some reason. So there's the moth going over to the other. Where else do I go? I'll come right back where I was. You're not too bright. It does have a very small brain, right? Very, very small brain, right? Just imagine how small that brain is. And look what it's doing. It's flying, okay? It's not just walking, it's flying, okay? And it's flying really, really articulately. And it's doing this collecting thing and feeding. And that little tiny, 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 tiny brain is doing all that. And you fucktards can't figure out that suffering matters. I mean, that little brain can do all of that shit. And you dumb motherfuckers have to have me beat you over the head every day with a simple truth like, yeah, there's a cavern of difference between feeling good and feeling really, really bad. Value difference. It's pathetic. Tragically, horrifically pathetic. So anyway, had to tie up some of these fellows. They did get blown down. Yeah, the wind came like right through here, knocked down branches and stuff, blew over that barbecue-y thing, and just knocked everything down here. But, you know, it's only one gust, so no huge tragedies. No great losses. But yes, I'm a little disappointed because these flowers just aren't quite what they should be yet. I mean, it's, you know, this is, you know, yeah, this is when they should be peaking, and they're still a little behind peak. And I don't know exactly why. The weather really has been, well, as you can see with the tomatoes, they're thriving. Even these things are doing really quite well. But yeah, the flowers just aren't what they should be. So, but you know, they're not bad. I'm just saying it's just nothing like what, I mean, it's just a little flower here, a little flower there. They're not nearly as full as they should be. And the marigolds are doing fine, but yeah, everything else is just a little weak. I know that's not a terribly important thing to you, so I probably shouldn't include it in the video. But I am a human being, and human beings have to live their personal narrative. They have to live in the story of this context of their imagery and their knowledge of their place in the world, and all of that's provided by the viewer. It's not provided by the windshield. It's not provided by the stuff moving towards me or the stuff moving away from me. It's provided by the stuff my brain rolls in front of me every day, or once a week, or once a month. I mean, there's people you think about maybe every day. I don't really think, I don't know, I might have somebody like that, or a few. Whether I want to think about them or not, because they do something, you know, to jump in front of me, and I say, oh yeah, there. You know, there's just such a lovely color, sunflower. They get very tall eventually, so it's kind of nice to have these little early flowers. But just a wonderful color, I think. Just wonderful. Anyway, these are very nice. It's variegated. This is very nice zinnia. Hopefully we'll get more of those. That's very nice. A little speckled. Very nice. Anyway, where was I? Summing up, Yeah, sorry, I am human. And you'll have to indulge some winding down my personal human road. And I don't think it's too tedious or annoying. Um, and I think it just breaks up the, the clinically harsh parts of doing, having this conversation about living on a planet with people who are so heartless, so dead to understanding, appreciation, and all they can think about is, where's the candy bars? Where's the candy bar rack? Look at that, a blueberry. Holy fuck, it's an actual one that the bird didn't eat. Oh, there's a caterpillar on it. Oh my God, it just never stops. They're all out to get me. So I get a blueberry though. Well, it's a purple berry, but it might be as close as it gets. The birds really have taken the most of them already. I mean, they're not even close to being blue, and they've eaten most of them already. I mean, damn it. Damn it. It's the kind of thing, like, it takes years to grow the damn things. And the first few years you do really well because the birds don't know they're there. You know, birds takes a while to figure shit out. But once they figure it out, it's like they just clean that that bush is just cleaned out. I think they ate the leaves off of it too, fucking like damn birds. And the bush over here just cleaned out. So, yeah. Disappointing. But that's the thing, like when I first had the bushes 10 years ago, 15 years ago, whatever. They're really old, actually, 20 years ago. 30 years ago. They're a 30-year-old bush. It's a 30-year-old bush. I had that when I was a kid, technically, so it's 35, 40. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Yeah, so you get them when they're really small, and then you grow them up, and the first few years you do really well because the birds don't even think they don't even know where they are. They don't know they exist, but once they find out, they come back the next year and they just wipe you out. So then you got to do this net thing, and it's just no good. No way to live. So up where Piro is in Maine, it's really nice because you get the wild blueberries. They grow a little better up there in the cooler climates. And for some reason, the critters don't really go for it. Maybe there's not as many critters as the real bottom line. See, the problem here is that the neighbor is a bird nut. I'm technically I'm not a cat nut, but yes, I help out cats. And he helps out birds. And it just doesn't, it's not a good combination for a lot of reasons. Not very complimentary. I mean, it'd be better if the birds ate cat shit. Now that would be win. If the birds ate the cat shit and the cats ate the birds, well, yeah, that's a win. I didn't really mean that as a joke. All right, never mind. No joking about horror. Well, some joking. That amount. No more than that amount of joking about horror. So anyway, enough. I'll go. Be done. Very hot today. 90s. Humid as fuck. My kind of weather, technically. So we'll see how I do. Anyway, till the next time and such.